There's a lot of chaos swirling around, a lot of stuff up for people. And I just want to honor that. I want to honor that there's a lot of weather. That's what we often call it. Abraham Hicks will call it contrast, right? But for us, as we look at things in terms of Ayurveda, in terms of the elements, we think of it as just storms coming in, moving out. And the thing about a storm is they don't stay forever. Storms don't stay forever, right? The tornado comes in and it'll move out. The same is true for the astrological alignments or the shit that rises up in a relationship or in our own inner world or in our own hormonal system. It's weather. There's a lot of weather that moves through our lives. And what we can count is that the weather will move out as quickly, hopefully, as it moved in. The difference, what makes the difference on how quickly we can move through it is how much resistance we have to the weather, to the contrast, to the struggles, to the issues. Once we go into resistance to whatever is showing up in our lives, we keep it there because we're resisting the lessons that are coming with it. Now, I want in spiritual communities, we're trying to mine lessons from everywhere and everything. We're psychoanalyzing every contrast that comes up. And I want to caution against analyzing the weather and making too much meaning about the contrast and the weather, because sometimes that's not really necessary. We don't need to look at the why and the karmic who's and what's and analyze it with our head. We need to feel it come through and move into awareness so we can really feel as deeply into what's showing up in life. And that's where the lessons come in. It comes in through the body. It doesn't come in through the mind. It doesn't come in through analysis paralysis. Why did that happen? I wonder if that happened because this, it doesn't matter. It's not that my daughters always say to me, and I've been quoting this so much lately because I think it's freaking brilliant. It's not that deep, Mom. It's just not that deep, Mom. And even though I live life in the depths, I'm in people's trauma packets, I'm in people's shadows all day doing trauma work. And it's not that deep. We don't have to analyze it so deeply. That's what it's not that deep means. It means our mental body doesn't need to ruminate and analyze and figure it out and know and do all of these mental gymnastics around our lessons. The truth is, the storm's here. I feel like I'm going to vomit and I feel completely undervalued in the world or abandoned. And I'm going to sit with this feeling until it doesn't rock me anymore. And I'm just going to give it a seat at the table. And I'm going to chew the meat off of the bone. What does that mean? I say that a lot. I'm going to chew the meat off of this bone. Anytime I get a big lesson slap me upside the head, even if it's a small one and it creates a big visceral reaction, I'll sit with that. I'll sit with that for days. I'll chew the meat off of the bones of that lesson. Why? Because even if it's coming in a small situation, I'm not going to analyze it. I'm going to go into my body. I'm going to feel it until I get every last bit of that lesson. Now, here's the issue that I'm seeing in spiritual community. We think that we can work it just on the spiritual realm and on the spiritual layer of the body, or wrap our minds around it. And then it's done. But most likely, there is a very human action, conversation, change on the mental, emotional, physical layers of the body that have to follow that spiritual shift. So last week we were talking about finding your voice and finding your power. It's not enough just to clear that chakra. You actually have to get uncomfortable and start speaking your truth on a regular basis. There's a human action that's required in addition to the spiritual shift. We can't just meditate away our stuff. We can't just ask for a miracle and then not take action that corresponds with that miracle. So the divine will clear the way. The violet flame will bring truth to the surface. We can work this on a spiritual layer, which is the root cause of most issues. But man, we cannot bypass speaking our truth, communicating, taking action, making change, reestablishing the boundaries of contracts of that relationship. We cannot bypass that through just the spiritual work. We have to do the spiritual work to remove the interference or the entities or the chaos or the deep fear or the trauma, right? We have to do that work, super important. But that is not the last step. We then have to find courage to change our behaviors, to speak our truth, to find love in the face of fear, to ground that anger, to speak our anger, right? Whatever our work is based on our chakra and dosha balances or imbalances, that still needs to be done. So we do our spiritual work. We get out of the mental body analysis paralysis. We ground in, we get the messages from the body. And we take action. We start doing something different. We cannot bypass the human. We cannot spiritually bypass the shadow. We cannot avoid the hard conversations and the hard situations. That takes root and sacral grounding and fire from the will, right? The lower chakras need to be intact in order for us to make sustainable change in our human relationships. I'm seeing everywhere people analyzing and spiritualizing, but not really sure how to anchor that into the physical realm. So my spiritual name is Kamila Dasi Devi, and it is the Mahadeva of the Lakshmi lineage. And it literally means bringing light into form. And I thought that was perfect because if you know me and the trauma work I do, I systematize spiritual awakening and personal transformation, right? That's what I do. I create all of this on every layer of the body and I've systematized it. That's my gift. I can see patterns, I can develop systems, I can teach all these spiritual things into a very anchored in experience, right? So in that's what I'm bringing to you today. I'm bringing to you the very important physical realm shifts and changes that need to often take place after we've done the spiritual, mental, and emotional work, the pranic work, right? It means setting the boundaries for the kid that we've given everything to. It means telling that partner, oh no, we need equal exchange in this relationship. It means getting out there and teaching the yoga class instead of talking about it. It means being willing to show up in a new way in an old relationship. And so often when we break those patterns and we make those changes, it feels like we're swimming upstream because we're moving against the neural pathways and the neurochemistry that's already built within our brain and our bodies. So it's not going to feel natural. It's not going to feel normal, and it's not going to feel comfortable at all. It's not supposed to. You're literally doing something against the grain of how your brain and body was built. It's going to feel like death. It's going to feel like, I'm going to die. But you're not. You're good. You've got you. I've got you. Divine's got you. So long as you've done the spiritual, mental, emotional, pranic work first. So let's go in. Let's go into meditation. Let's work with the violet flame on where you have not yet activated the light into action. The concept into implementation. The change that's been made into execution. Does that make sense? We're talking about where the rubber meets the road today. The implementation of what you've said you wanted, what you've activated on the spiritual realms. So, if you will, come into your breath. March must be about activation of the will chakra because that's been the message. Just breathe into the upper belly, lower belly, into your root. And as you breathe in, nice long exhale out. And as you breathe in, fill your belly, fill your low back, fill your legs and feet with this prana. Nice deep breath into the lower body. Exhale. Good. Now, if you will, as you breathe into your body, begin to breathe into your heart, tapping into your soul flame. Within your sacred heart is your soul flame, piped straight from the heart of God, the heart of the divine source. As you exhale, fan that violet fire in your heart and allow it to swirl through your chest and your upper back. Let your exhale fan that flame as you connect into the threefold flame. The violet flame consists of the pink flame of divine love, just connect into that divine love, pipe straight into your heart. It also consists of the blue flame of divine will and power, that blue flame of protection. So exhale and feel that divine masculine energy of the blue flame. And now, if you will, connect into that golden flame, that yellow gold flame of divine wisdom. Together, pink, blue, the golden flame, come together to make the violet consuming flame. So see if you can feel the divine love, power, and wisdom circulating through your heart, your chest, your upper back, allowing yourself to feel this divine connection. Good, and as you connect into this flame, begin to send it down from your heart into your upper belly, your solar plexus. Feel it igniting your divine will, power, your inner strength and courage. Just push that violet flame into your upper belly, your mid-back, activating sacred action. Use your breath to move that flame through your solar plexus, clearing out the hopelessness or the powerlessness, fully activating your desires, your ability to take action. And now, if you will, exhale the violet flame lower into your low belly and low back, into your sacral chakra, allowing it to activate your ability to establish deep and sacred connections with the people around you. Let the violet flame move into your sacral, clearing out all the betrayal and abandonment, the guilt and the shame, the fear of being kicked out of the tribe. Command the violet flame here. Divine, bring me sacred connection with other humans, based in such pure consciousness. And as you move the violet flame through your sacral, your hips, feel that it is being done. Good. Now, if you will, take the breath from the heart. Exhale it past the upper and lower belly, down into the root, into your tailbone, legs, and feet. Letting the violet flame work on your root chakra. Tethering you to Mother Gaia safely, steadily. Grounding you, making you feel secure in this earthly experience, that you're safe here. Just feel that safety, if you will. And allow it to clear out that feeling of unsafe, ungrounded, untethered, the chaos. Just push the violet flame into your root. Command that divine love, power, and wisdom balance you back into a steady, grounded space on this planet. Good, Good. Now, if you will, take that violet flame from the heart. We're just going back through these lower chakras. Exhale it down into the belly, into the hips, into the feet, legs and feet. Now push it down to the center, the core of the earth. Growing roots down into the earth. Deep roots connecting you to the earth. And as you grow these roots deep, deep, deep into the earth, allow yourself to feel that the earth has you. The earth has you. The earth's got you. Feel your place on this flower of life grid. This time and space is yours on this planet. Wherever you are in this space on earth, your city, your town, ground into that now. It is your birthright to claim space here. Not to own or abuse it, but to claim your feet in this earth. Mother Gaia is here as your container. So as you grow those deep roots, send them down to the core of the earth and allow your roots to grasp onto that iron crystal core, the first dimension of consciousness, your true root. And as you grow those deep roots and you feel your grounding, feel the steadiness, the safety for your connection to the others on this planet, like a tethered balloon. And feel your grounded power, your sacred power, grounded in this earth. Good. Now, if you will, you know how trees have those surface roots that will intertwine with other trees' surface roots? Many of us mistook these surface roots as our roots. So as you keep that deep grounding to the core of the earth, now you can connect through your sacral to these other trees, to these other people. Not through enmeshment, but through knowing that our intertwined roots make for a stronger root system. So start to feel yourself growing your surface roots, connecting with your family, your friends. Always knowing that this is not your only root. So as you feel those interconnections that you have in this lifetime, that probably span back to many lifetimes, these are secondary roots and connections. So that if any time a tree falls, you have your own grounding to the core of the earth, and you have your other relationships. Good. So as you feel your root connected to Mother Gaia, as you feel these surface roots connected to your community, now fire up the will. knowing that you're safe, you're connected. And just ask the violet flame for your next step, that next action. In your mind's eye, just allow yourself to see what it looks like to claim your power in your career, in your partnerships, in your self-care, your personal growth. Breathe into that space between the eyebrows and it. The screen within inside your forehead. Allow yourself to see, to hear. What you in your power, fully activated in your empowered action, looks like. For some, it may be not saying a word, self-discipline. For others, it may be speaking truth. Just allow the divine light to reveal to you what empowered action looks like. Staying connected to your breath and the violet flame within your heart. Just keep posing that question to the divine, to your soul. Allow your higher consciousness to show you what action feel that violet flame move from your chest now into your throat. To your neck. Revealing to you your truth, your expression. Feel the violet flame move up into your head. Allowing your divine consciousness to inform your next step. And as you do so, hand yourself over to your higher consciousness by saying, not my will, not the will of my ego or my shadow, thy will, the will of my highest consciousness. Not my will, thy will. Not my will, thy will. Your higher consciousness can see all the variables. So as you feel this energy move into your third eye and your crown, as you hand it over to Source, just feel your spine lift up with your grounded roots so firmly tethered. Just feel that connection up to the divine, down in the earth, all culminating in your heart. Letting your heart decide. Letting your heart filter the next action. And as you feel this, come back into that upper belly. I know it feels good to be in up those upper chakras, but bring it back down into your upper belly now. And allow yourself to visualize this action that was shown to you. Allow yourself to feel in your body what it feels like to do this action while protected by that blue flame of divine will, while being held by that pink flame of divine love, with full access to the divine wisdom and consciousness that's needed for this action. Feel it moving through your arms, through your hands. Feel it move up through your throat chakra to your words. Feel the fire moving through your heart and your hands and your voice and your ears to listen. And then feel it move down into your legs to take action, to move. Feel the fire filtered through the divine sacred frequencies. And as you feel this, make a promise to yourself right now. I will take action. I will do this next step. Divine support me and surround me with everything that I need for this next step. As you feel that divine fire pulsing at the intersection of your heart and your solar plexus in every direction, allow this activation of divine will, sacred action to move through you in this season, this pitta season, this fiery season that we're moving into, spring, early summer, moving into Aries season, whatever you want to make it, allow it to be activated. Use this solar energy to move you. Not my will, thy will. Not my action, thy action. Not my small mind, my higher mind, my divine mind. And anchor it in with me by saying, and so it is done. And so it will be, and so it continues to be. Amen, 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 amen.